Good afternoon, UNAM family, and welcome to UNAM Radio Channel 97.4, Voice of the Future. This is our first show of the year, and we are Let's Talk Social Work. So my name is ZEE, and I'm accompanied by my beautiful, lovely co-hosts, and they'll introduce themselves.
So I'm Jalokini, and I go by JK.
My name is Victoria, and I go by Vicky.
All right. So just a little background information on us. We are second-year psychology students, and we absolutely love it. Am I right, ladies?
It is quite hectic, but all is well. I mean, we're coping so far.
We're trying. Yeah. So, today we're going to be talking about something many students experience when they first arrive at university. When they're trying to find their place, fit in. I think we've all been there or have that the familiar feeling of like trying to find our place, right?
Yeah.
So for many first-year students, university is exciting, but it can also be intimidating.
Right.
You meet people from different backgrounds, different schools, and different lifestyles. Some students arrive driving cars, others walk, others take cab. So, you're experiencing, you're navigating through life, right? So today's theme is finding your place, navigating university, and the pressure to fit in.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of this topic?
Yeah, I feel like it is a very important topic, especially now that we have just started school and first years have just joined us. So it is quite different. The fact that they're coming from high school and they're now in varsity. So the pressure is high, right? And although we try to not really talk about it and whatnot, it's still there. It is still happening. It's what we're feeling. So we come with motivation, just to, encourage, on how to get through some of the stuff, how to not mind, this fear of missing out, how to navigate through varsity, without pressure, so much pressure.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously it's the first year reality. So I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions just to get into it. And I want Vicky to answer the first question actually.
Okay.
So what was your first impression when you arrived at university?
Well, mixed emotions. So when I was at home, I was excited. And then when I got here, I was disorientated. I don't know where to start, where to go, who to talk to. The place is big. You don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything looks like you're in a foreign country.
Yeah.
But, I managed to get my way through things. I just told myself, don't be scared. Just ask if you're lost. It will help you, And then I went to do my registration. And then I was told to go to another campus again. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't even budget for this. And through all of that, it just painted an interesting picture for me at the end of the day. Like, phew, okay, I survived.
You survived, yeah.
I survived, it wasn't that bad, but yes.
And what about you, JK?
So for me, the fun fact is that from all my high school friends, I was the only person at UNAM.
Oh,
right?
wow, really?
So it was, more, I'm supposed to be, excited about my first day of school, but I was a bit discouraged because who am I going to hang with on campus, And it's a bit different from high school because then I had to be independent, I just realized that my teachers don't even care whether I'm attending my lectures, whether I'm doing my studies. It's like I had to be independent, I had to be self-reliant, and for me that was new. So I was freaking out. I just didn't know where to go, how to go about it. It was quite a lot. It was quite a lot to take, but along the way I managed. I guess.
At the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah. But my first impression was that I was scared, Shem.
Same.
Yeah.
It is scary, especially when it's a new environment. It's completely out of your comfort zone. You're used to your favorite teachers, your class. So it's like your whole friends. Exactly. You have that support system. So now when you're here, you don't have that anymore. So it can be very scary at the beginning. But so that's, man. So the second question is, did you ever feel out of place when you first got here?
Did I ever feel out of place? I actually did, because the thing about varsity is that there's like a diverse group of people.
Yeah.
You know, international students, there's people are coming from different regions and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I felt a bit out of space, the fact that maybe it's just because I haven't yet found my group of people, my community, people that relate to me, people that I vibe with, you know, people that don't find me weird. So I actually felt out of place.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I was even left out. I mean, there were students driving cars. Coming to campus in cars. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to take taxi. You know, it was a bit discouraging here and there, but actually I felt out of place. You know, I didn't feel like I fit in. I felt like perhaps my attire was a bit out of place. You know, I should have dressed better. My hair should be a certain way. My nails should be done. You know, it was just, you know,
a lot.
A lot to take. But I did feel out of place, actually. You know,
Okay, did I feel out of place? I was mostly worried about academics, you know. The lectures, the lecturing, that was a bit challenging for me. And now having to buy very expensive books, textbooks that were over $1,000. That was like, oh my gosh, am I going to make it through the semester? To me, it wasn't really that much about friends because I already have my old friends. And and the fancy things, I already do that. So I'm used to that already. So I was more worried about the slides. Are we going to get the slides? What is everybody doing in class? Am I left behind? That was a bit hard for me to. And also the language that the lecturers are using in our modules now. You have to get used to new terms. The research, you're like, what is research? You know, especially what we're studying, it's a scientific course, you know, it relies on theories and those type of things. So I felt out of place in that department.
In the educational department, more or less than the social. That's understandable, actually.
Did you tell us about your experience? I feel like we jumped from the first question. Like, tell us about your experience. You know, ZEE, what was your first impression, actually? I feel like we moved from there so quickly.
My goodness. Well, I got lost quite literally a lot of times. And I was so embarrassed by the fact that I got lost that I ended up attending a class that wasn't even mine. Just because I was tired of having to go back and forth. I'm like, I already passed these people. They already saw me pass by them. So I'm like, if I pass back, they're going to be like, oh, she's lost. So I was like, let me just sit in this class. I have no idea what they were talking about. Absolutely nothing. I just sat there to collect my thoughts, kind of like, you know, rewind and try to catch a breath, see if I can find people that are like doing the exact same thing as me. And I ended up finding a group and contacting some of the students from that group and meeting up with them and then just kind of following them until I was able to go on my own. So at first it was very, very scary. As you guys also said, it was very scary because, again, you don't have people with you. You don't have someone that you can kind of move with. So that can be very scary and intimidating. So I completely was all over the place. But all right.
Did you feel out of place when you got here?
Yes, quite literally a lot of times. I think it's just because people are so different, and you worry about the opinions that people will have of you. Constantly thinking, oh, are they looking at what I'm wearing? Are they looking at how I'm behaving? So you have this thing of like trying to fit in already, trying to like move the way they're moving or act the way they're acting. If this person is not doing if I'm not doing what they're doing, then I feel like their attention is going to be on me. So I felt like I needed to fit in.
Yeah, because you seem a bit different from them. So the focus will be more on you and the attention, you know.
I think it's just because, you know, you feel different from other people because you're not used to this. These are people coming from different places, right? So the way they dress or the way they speak is different from what you're used to. Remember, you're growing up, you're coming from a high school, right, where your class is your family. You see them every single day for the rest of the year. So you even start to mimic some of the stuff that your class does because you guys are spending so much time together. But I'm here and I'm like, okay, these people, I have no idea. Okay, she's dressed like this. I've never seen this. Oh my gosh, she's behaving like this. I've never seen this. So I need to quickly find a way to balance myself in this environment so that I don't feel completely left out. Because at the end of the day, you want to feel comfortable because this is where I'm going to be coming every single day. I'm going to be taking my classes here. I need to feel like this is somewhere I can be safe and like happy. So I feel like that's for me is why I felt a little bit out of place at first. Okay. But yeah.
That's interesting. So to our listeners, please, it's okay to be different, all right? You don't need to look like everybody or talk like everyone. yes, you are still an individual by yourself, so it's okay to be different.
Yeah. Which is actually funny because the way you're thinking is what someone else is thinking. So it's like everyone else is trying to navigate. So it's okay.
It is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for the last question is, what surprised you the most about university life?
I'd like to go first, actually, because, like, as I said, we're obviously first timers. We are in a new environment, new space, because we are obviously comparing it to high school, where we came from and on and on. So for varsity life, as I mentioned earlier, it's like you have to be independent. It's like the time, you know, at school, I know we have a timetable and on, but it's like our timetable runs from morning till noon, right? Compared to high school, afternoon we're already off, right? So now here you need to manage your own time. You need to, between those slots, you need to fit in, okay, perhaps, obviously I have chores when I get home, right? So perhaps I need to find a slot in here when I'm off and I can do my study like during the slot. So you have to manage your own time. Nobody's going to tell you, okay, no, we have study. Or the lecturer is not going to say, no, you must go study after this or whatnot. It's like you are on your own, They don't care whether you are in class or not, right? They really don't care. Or whether you submit your assignment is a 0. Compared to high school, it's like those teachers were like more like our parents, They focus on an individual child, especially the special kids with the special needs. It's like, they are so focused on them, like, no, do this, come to school, come on time, do where you don't understand, let me run you through, but for varsity, it was a bit different. If you don't do your assignment, that's your own story. It's your own fault. You get a 0. Like, nobody's gonna push you, nobody's gonna run after you, So I was a bit surprised. I mean, I had those talks with people that were from varsity, but I was just like, they're nagging, it's not true. Just to come here and experience it, I was like, well, it's real. Like, this people actually don't care at all. Whether you come to class, if the lecture hall has 3 people, then they are moving with those 3 people. They're not gonna contact and say, oh, Jolokeni, why were you not in class today? That was a bit surprising actually for me.
What about you, Vicky?
Oh, for me, like I said, the cost,
Oh,
Yes, our stationaries are quite expensive. And these are books that you just use for a term, for 3 months only, and they cost you about almost 2,000, And so that really, nobody prepared me for that. I didn't expect that, because we come from a school where textbooks are already available for you. So, yes.
At your disposal.
That was a shock for me. And the independence, I feel like that's a dangerous one, giving young people so much freedom. They will misuse it. Nobody's going to chase you to submit your assignment. You only get told once. Imagine. Yes, and you have to write it down in your homework book, or else you'll forget, because there's a lot happening also here. Also, the social life is nice. The little events and freebies that we get sometimes here and there when different companies come and showcase their products. Nobody prepared me for that, and it was nice. I love really freebies. Nice, I don't miss them for anything.
The campus life is really nice.
It's nice.
It really makes you feel like I am definitely at university.
It takes you really to a nice place. From a place of pressure, school pressure, to a place of
this can be fun.
This can be fun. I'm breathing now. Yes. And what else? There's amazing people here. Different people from different walks of life. You learn a lot from them.
From different perspectives as well.
Different perspectives.
It's really good hearing from,
different countries also. And to me, apart from the expensive stuff, it's more exciting. And the school pressure, it's nice. I enjoy coming to school.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Quite the opposite.
Why don't you? Okay, apart from the school work.
Everything I can.
When you start working, you'll be exhausted too. Let's better get used to this already.
I'd rather do it from a distance, Like, let me do it at home in the comfort zone. Like, why do I have to come to campus? I will be.
But it will be awkward for you to come out when you have to now go out and actually practice what you're learning.
What you're learning from your comfort,
because you're
comfort of your home.
You're too, exactly. I think the most surprising thing for me was the fact that people could use their phones during lecture time. I was like, okay, and eating, and I was just like, this is normal? Okay, because I was like, that's a bit offensive, seeing as that the lecturer is taking their time and effort to teach us, and you're just scrolling on your phone.
And the walking out. Let's talk about the walking out. Like, it's very disrespectful. Imagine the lecture, we are in the middle of the lecture, and one person just stands up there, just like, okay, I'm not interested, and they just walk out. Like, what?
That was, especially yes, that was very,
and I just felt like I had to ask for permission, like
may I?
Or just I feel like just give some, signals, like go out. But like the fact that they actually don't care, like you can stand up during any time and just walk out, and nobody would mind or anything. That was also very surprising.
And also how big the classes are. You'll be in a class of 100 students. The only people that won't notice that you're in class are your friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else will notice if you're not there the whole month even.
Because you're used to familiar faces, seeing that, okay, these are my people. And I'm like, okay. Even the teacher will know, oh my gosh, where's Vicky? She's not here.
Yeah.
But amongst 200 students, it's very rarely that anyone's going to notice that you're not.
It's true. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go on a little commercial break and we will be back. But this is quite lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Really, very, very nervous.
Oh my gosh.
Comparison trap. What is this? Or we could do a mental health message, maybe. Or we encourage them, now that we have already discussed like what it actually is, then we can go like, no.
Unique like you.
Yeah, guys, and it's only 16 minutes. Can we just do like maybe 20, 30 maybe? Let's do it.
The game is about to come alive on your mobile phone. Step into the Premier League with Showmax. This is the league we want to watch. No matter where you are, your favorite teams are just a tap away. Here now is the big business that truly stirs the blood. On the move, at home, with friends, it's your stadium. Experience football like never before when you subscribe to Showmax Premier League Mobile only for $69 Namibian. New semester, fresh start, and the tools to slay. Experiment with art and turn your passion into something seriously cool. Create your masterpiece with a wide range of stretch canvases and pads in A4, A3, and A2 sizes, all at P&A, where our vibe meets your style. T's and C's apply. Students, this is your moment. Shop at P&A, upload your till slip and student number to pna.co.za, and you could drive off in a Suzuki Swift. It's easy. Shop, snap, and win big. T's and C's apply.
Okay.
Welcome back. You are still tuned to UNAM Radio channel 97.4, Voice of the Future, and it's Let's Talk Social Work. Now, just again, if you're just tuning in now, my name is ZEE, and I'm accompanied by my lovely co-hosts JK and Victoria. And we were just basically talking about how you can navigate through university and how scary it is to be in a place that is completely out of your comfort zone. Now, we've already discussed on exactly what brings about that fear and what exactly was our first experiences or our first impressions of it. Now, we want to go on a little bit of a message. We want to have a little mental health message. But before that, I actually have an important question. Do you guys think that comparison on campus affects students' mental health when you guys constantly compare yourself to other students? Does it actually have an impact on that?
I feel like it has, right? Because comparison happens when we constantly measure our lives with other people's achievements or progress, because comparison happens when we constantly measure our lives with other people's achievements or progress, with other people, right? In varsity life, it is actually very easy, right, to fall into this trap, this comparison trap. You might see something someone getting better grades, or someone who seems more confident, or someone who looks like they already have their future figured out, right? But when we compare ourselves to others, we start feeling like we're not good enough, right? We may feel behind, discouraged, or even question our own abilities. Yeah? But the truth is that everyone's journey is different. People move at different speeds, face different challenges, and have different strengths. Now, what we often see on the outside is not the full story. Sometimes who looks successful might also be struggling, like in ways that we don't even know or we cannot see, right? So instead of rather comparing your life to others, try to compare yourself to who you were yesterday.
Yes.
You know, where were you yesterday? Do you want to be better? Do you want to achieve better? You know, comparison is the thief of joy. That's what people say.
Yeah.
You know? So focus on your own growth, your own goals, and your own progress. Even the small steps that you take forward matters.
Definitely. And Victoria, what would you like to say to this?
About comparison. I was also struggling with it, you know. I felt like I was behind with my schoolwork. Everybody seems to be understanding what's going on in class.
Yeah.
And then I look at myself like, why am I not like these kids? Why can I not pick up my hand and answer the questions?
Yeah.
Why am I so slow to understand this concept and get them, you know? Instead of just looking within myself and looking at what I was not doing that the others were doing. Maybe they were studying longer hours than I was, or they had extra resources to learn from, or they even went to look for help, you know. It's always good to talk to somebody to help you. So I was struggling with that. It didn't feel good, and it also demotivated me from trying harder, because you want to give up, or you're like, I feel like I'm not smart enough.
You have low self-esteem in
low
yourself
self-esteem.
as well.
It can lead to that. Yes, thank you, ZEE. It can really lead to low self-esteem and low confidence, and and that will hinder you with even studying and getting good marks. So that was just a personal experience.
Which is why it's always good to be confident in yourself and know exactly, this is who I am, this is where I come from, this is what I have. And just try to work with what you already have and like move with that. Once you are confident in yourself and you have this affirmations that you tell yourself constantly, you won't feel the need to want to compare yourself with other people, because you are already satisfied with what is already happening in your life, what you have already. So that is one of the most greatest advices we can give, especially to the first years that are here, or anyone that's like coming here for the first time, whether they're coming from university, whether they're coming from high school or anywhere else. Or even if you've already been here, like if it's a fourth year, fifth year
from work.
It's always good to believe in yourself and to always have the confidence in yourself, and always to talk good about yourself, so that you don't ever have the need to look for other people or to look for validation in other people and try to compare yourself to them, because it will have you in a fit hold, because now you want to like rush to do things like the way they're doing, and that's not good for you at all.
And then you even end up doing it wrong because we are rushing.
Exactly. So it's good to remember that.
Yes.
Now, I believe Jolakeni has something very special to share with, specifically to the first years, but obviously it's for everyone. It's a mental health motivational message.
Yeah, and it's titled "You Belong Here," right? So I wanna ensure the first years that they actually belong here, whether you feel left out sometimes, or whether you feel more privileged than the others. We all belong here.
Okay.
So sometimes varsity life can feel overwhelming, right? You may look around and feel like everyone else has everything figured out while you're still trying to find your way. But the truth is, many students feel the same way at some point, right? Now, it is important to remind yourself that you belong here. You were accepted into the space for a reason. Your abilities, your effort, and your potential brought you here. Feeling lost or unsure does not mean you are not capable. No, it simply means that you are growing and that you are learning. So taking care of your mental health is also very, very important, right? First, yes, the pressure of assignments, exams, and expectations can be very stressful. I can attest. It is okay to take a break, talk to someone you trust, and ask for help when things feel so heavy or too heavy. Now remember that everyone's journey is different. Do not compare your progress with others. Focus on your own path. Take things one step at a time and be patient with yourself. You are capable, you are learning, and most importantly, you belong here.
Wow, that was very lovely.
Oh, thank you so much, JK, for that one. So here's my motivational message to our listeners. Okay. So here's the truth nobody tells you. Most people around you are struggling too. They're just better at hiding it. The classmates who looks like they have it all together, they are fighting their own battles too. Yeah. So that friend who never seems stressed, they cry alone at night too. You are not the only one who feels lost, and you are not the only one who feels lonely. You are not the only one wondering if you are good enough. Okay. Jolakini spoke on this one. So yeah, so don't suffer in silence. Text a friend, call home, talk to someone. You don't have to carry this alone. We see you and you matter here. And you belong here.
You
very
belong,
important.
very much belong.
Yes.
You're part of the UNAM family now.
Yeah, you are. You need to clap hands for yourself for making it this far.
Yeah. It's a great achievement, actually. Okay, so before we close the segment, which was very lovely, I want us to end this off on a lovely game. It's quite simple. Basically, I'll be reading
We
you guys.
love games.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So this is a very simple game. So basically, I'll be reading you guys a university situation, and you guys just say whether it's a red flag or it's a normal student life experience. Yeah. So these are scenarios, fake scenarios, obviously. But if any of you guys can relate to them, that's also perfectly fine. So the first scenario is you see someone buying expensive things just to impress their friends at university. Is this a red flag or is it a normal student life experience?
It's a red flag for me.
Okay.
Don't do things to impress people. Yeah.
Is it a normal student life experience? I feel like it's normal. I mean, as a first year, you really want to fit in, right? So obviously you want to do stuff, that make you gain friends, So I feel like it's a normal student life experience. Buying stuff for your friend. And you should buy stuff for me. Especially if I'm your friend, buy stuff for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But that's my take though. I feel like it's a normal student life experience.
Okay. For me, it's definitely a big red flag. I think you shouldn't be peer pressured into doing anything, into doing anything to impress anybody. But of course, everyone can have different opinions on this, which is why we are airing it, so you guys can have your own suggestions of this, discuss amongst your friends. All right. So I think we're gonna conclude it as 2 red flags. So you're outnumbered. So we're gonna conclude as a red flag.
Yeah, red flag it is then.
Okay, so scenario number 2 is a first-year student feels nervous talking to people in class. Is this a red flag or is it a normal student life experience?
Oh, they feel a bit what?
Nervous talking to people in class.
I mean, now that we are exposed to this new environment, obviously they are introverted people.
Yeah.
Right? So I would say that is a normal student life experience. I mean, I don't like people like that.
Yeah.
Right? And I get a bit nervous and anxious, especially when talking to people that I do not even know.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like it's a normal student life experience.
I feel like I'm in the middle. Are we allowed to be in the middle?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, as long as it doesn't interfere with your life. It doesn't make you feel some type of way. You feel now too small because you can't talk about, to people, or it just interferes with how your day-to-day life goes on. Then I think that becomes a little bit of a problem. But if it's just a little nervousness and it goes away, then it should be fine. Yeah,
should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I mean, eventually it does go away. Eventually,
yeah,
the more you
get
get
used
comfortable,
to it, right?
I will conclude it as a normal student life experience as well, because anxiety. I think we should normalize anxiety. We should normalize it.
Healthy
anxiety, of course. We should normalize, because it's okay. It's okay to be a little anxious, nervous. Yeah. So yes. So scenario number 3 is a student constantly compares their life to others on social media. Is it a red flag or is it normal?
Red flag. Because not everything on social media is real.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's something to remember, yeah.
It's a red flag. My first red flag. So it has to be a red flag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one is quite obvious. It has to be a red flag. We did talk about comparison. You do not need to compare yourself at all. So the last scenario is a student gets lost on campus during the first week. Oh, wow, guilty.
That's a normal student life
Yeah.
experience. I mean, because you're new to the environment. So
Imagine being lost the whole for 2
that's a red flag.
If it's 2 years, it can't be 2 years
It cannot
longer.
be second year and you're lost. Don't give. It get serious now.
It means you don't come to school.
And that's a red flag.
Oh wow. Oh my
You pay
goodness.
for your school fees. You must attend school. And you must know where your venues are.
Eventually, at least.
Eventually.
It's just 2 months. It's only 2 months to be at school. Then it becomes a red flag.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you guys heard it here, but discuss amongst yourself, discuss amongst your friends, and discuss whether is this a red flag or is it a normal student life experience. Now, as we wrap up today's conversation, we want to rewind every student listening, whether you're in your first year or your final year. Finding your place takes time, and that's okay. University brings together people from many different backgrounds, and that diversity is what makes campus life special. So if you're feeling out of place right now, remember, you are not alone, and you deserve to be here just as much as anyone else. This has been ZEE,
JK.
And Vicky.
and we wish you guys a great semester ahead. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All the best.